ya kuno ya ebesin ne maintain say obi bisa ho asem say for almost about 5 to 6 years ni
na say no akọ court ma obi dem
na yan court asem obi
na eri asem
ti the all can
na sitting them feel there no there is something obi akoda prison
obi me nu akwa yido ono as a person wako siadi me ne ya adwen because obi accuse you say why you boni bi now feel say onye sa boni na say call say emra enhwehwe mu na yemfa yi into yi the me nu another brevet my parliament ni me say almost sitting on colleague sitting MP be say ne jebi dan kwa hwasam yehu anu sibre we are challenged as a country Ghana yesika samai basa and now buying share or they ban say yen contribute to kakakakra through the ye levy now yemfa mo buying support up buy ma buying yesika fa yem putu juma the obetima man the constituency for atiase obetima at obetime obenya church and constituency room amomatiase the reason to why they should pay taxes abeboa o man ma abra or you part of majority and then even in parliament you know or you part of leadership and they say yeah faale say one kum Atta Mills na you heard the room na we are saying one any cost one what say we abroad di 102 kra wu a nya na say covid buy nka buy phone ku no na say covid buy na buy phone ho atom nka abroad nya 100 years over ewu a buy phone ku no he say we should get serious in this country and me offer say dinka tia buy hwe mra obes osabi odi be kasa ye kofro bi fufuro amna be chirechire mu we say me nsan we say me kan ye ja oman say pay ho na tie o I said agudie wo ye ni so dodo. We are not serious. I'm telling you. You're coming in the conference in Kohari.
Uni ade hin.
Annor Dompreh minia.
Omo ye for what na.
For no say you can want to see almost omo kakra say obi anka say won ka ho bi. Na omo ntimi nka say omo ka ho bi.
Me enu na omo say omo nka.
Omo nka ho bi because omo nka ho bi. Where yasem? We yasem a ye ne ye ni abra ye ka ho asem. Abra say ahukire go to your hospitals mom free parliament in Kokole bunkoye say see amano ka say obi na fama go ko hade ehia eno hu enya de fire hu ye nko bisa say Atta Mills say the buni koma na say ye buni nsem ana say ye dey to pick up and ana say dey to ambulance him ana say dey fa fam ni nyina mo hu ye ti wo ade na be ya ma yen ya soma yehu de yenye yehu won a ano no ye agi emre ama obi hwe obi se ahoto wo ho a nka me se aban wo hwe de botan wo NPP focus we are breaking the 8 we are breaking the 8 Atta Mills who na hwe ma be break it is that what they want us to believe say neno amanyosem no trivia ya free de hia so na ye kwakoka bibi me se mi ni okwaku anyi do me ni asem for so all call
on you go CID
all go CID me no problem bia
MPs na on more problem
they should get serious I'm pissed off me before what I mean obi you don't know we have a country Ghana called Ghana and can hire new botiano ha e kwanya ye be fa so ko fie kwan heading Mr. Telephone, Mr. Quiet before so coffee credit. I'm talking about Accra. And so try. You to be now friend and your tail course and I was on the master course here. And we are not Obi Wua. Yamremuno do be hospital. Within 24 hours, no Wua.
Yes.
Just a call police station. Call police report. And suppose motive crebe and I'm what? And he said, Papa, I didn't call hono. A hospital, recognized hospital, I didn't call it. Now I am the same general baby. Doctor said, no, we know one. Doctor said, oh, we know, and I mean, so back and back one. And I said, dear bay. So, you show me, yeah. Ye levy biem ye ho beto yen petrol ye beto so mane boa ba fama na menua kana ye ntie biem na moma ye nya serious na oman ye ho kire yen obi ye ho kire yen.
Oh,
I'm telling you, minim say omampani oda wona. Because after all, obi any be president or be person ni man for be so gu ni so. Say we are president, that say father wofi. Say sika ofi say akola nsu anamboa. Akola bi esu kojo opade ben. I want to fi man no onye. Mama no chocolate no ye yi. Mama no ice cream no oni. Ba akola akola iti fe no wo yam ne nan a kosu ani fie. Enti wo ti say ye tie mu a na eye kom ne di nipa. Na de ye furu hia ne me. Na kofu osu. Enti mi sre ye nuanu ma parliament no. Omo ho ye nti. Na de hia omo nka wie ye. Ye pa mo chawo. De omo hia me say ntia me ka say jebi dan kwa. Nipa ba ko ni wo ya me ya wo wiase. Atofo wo nya yize. Sa wo nka bi hye wo nyare. Wo nkonya accident, wo nya hwe. Wo ko wa wo fie. Na obi ato hye wo so no wo kun. Be say ne, ye say brand
de me curious let's say. Nyabo odi abani say dey say ya nyabo tre me ba odi after online say dey say ya no crime wa dey na me busa ne say wo hwe honorable MP the JB Dankwade na it's gone through the legal process. I'm obi akokota ye jail no. Oh, sexy don enyo no. No mind dey.
Oh, that's all remind.
Oh, remind.
Yanti ko na obeka say on pay bro and na on pay dokro na hwan ni e dey say na.
Oh, he's not been convicted yet.
Hwan. What you say? You see, you best say na di hu tu omo so aka so on pay police. Ah na ya mo police NPP police.
Is NPP police?
Ana meboa.
Yes.
You see? Na ohwe said your mind baby ya bedru a ane de wiase nyina ye enti e de ahokyere bi eba me hia say ye nyina ombeba constituency
and the all can say MP Roma misfire
no me person use certain words no me nene fine pa I respect him but I tell you say baby I will call akoyi I mean, why say you say Ghana? Now, as a last will be
say. Now, say motion. I was a speaker admit it, and some no more debate. Now, if you're my former committee, you know, o say
there be
no say on Annor Dompreh was.
It way speaker quite admit way. So we could debate. You live in Toncheng.
Oh, say the two are not mutually exclusive.
Say only I did me up for parliament pa. Nancy I did sir. I've been proposed to who no mudi I you some George no matter. Omde be call parliament. See you could debate home.
Yeah.
Sabia me obari be ma beda said ya dream mu nyame nhye mu kire. Na oba na be ma ne oba na. Na sabi one oni miansa o mo ka say yen support sa na ye be yo mas matro nchen. Won so mo kontoko parliament. So nti say we akontoko.
And say we committee no mo ye.
Which committee? This is obi an kontoko. Yi levi en committee no mo kontoko.
O say
yi levi say na committee. En kodu ba bia kwa no mo bon tokwa. E twitwes e blade. E gi speaker konya to twen. Say yenti na mo ho de a ade bokuro ade bo man ade esey abusua ade timi esey wiase eye sa de bone
no report ni ma plenary.
Which report?
Na say me kan
no me
mo committee ni yes to go then engage
nkeka hu so mo keka ho
mo nye ne ntem ma
na bi anobi ni agudie no mudi na sabi you can say you leave by na nya procedure na self so mo ntia se ombeto atu ogura na eye ntokwa eye blade twe eye speaker ko nya twe eye nyoma ye chante wo parliament na so please omo ntia se say o man ni ho parliament ni ho enti ye Ghana fo nti no mo ho enima bia ye na yesu hwe se omo na wo ho am betima kasa man no o ma dawo ma ye se enima nye fe sa ebia na se bi ominu na omo ho ato mo ba be ye de eti no ye ntia ho to.
But you know English, I'm from my coin Poto.
I think last year was there. We slide.
Yes.
I mean, channel MP. Obey MP or slide or boy, papa. And got but you know English area how they who could talk rather.
Then as my cacrebi or Honama.
Boca said you only the correct mamma. Only chew. Eddie and Kayan, but only chew a mom. Cacrebi the chew a mom. I may say the only first almost a fast fat crown for some more preco. I just show what you no money papa for so my ye ho de ye de tie so jawo meni Dominic net ho nsuo to aja de kodo na bakrum awie boss so de anase makum na you can imagine said ye make ho aye no sa na obi mu aye That is the yes. That is the danger. In foot I come in me car one I feel. Son will be or take one to one day on the shop. Until we are comfortable to stone.
Now you can hear also.
In Kraya. In Kraya. Miko Sunyani, Mammy can be John. Obi.
My many were down for no income.
Manavo.
Majority chief whip. In Sawema do a dream, Rashebe Frank Annor Dompreh. Honorable Akwabana at the saying.
Yeah, Obi me.
Okay. Now the Yatino a say the minority deputy chief whip, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Echremua. Wakwa hu motion paper mo file yene who say signatures for I was say baso no one pe wo de enko na wo so na one MPs no mu mienu adi nko mo say motion yekro mu nim ho hwe ene yebusa say eh na enro so ka chere say mo ye nan ama edin am ebubo ya ka so mu nyina aka ho na e ba ne say na
mini enjane ma one mumbu enjame ma one mumbu na that tactics way do ya trust that tactics way. Yes, a year fairly emotional. I am made me better say wake up one away in come. You see, I can understand their uncomfortable position. Meaning, Mrs. Have motion where you know it has thrown a wedge into them, they are very worried. But that tactics way it will not save them. As long as media minimum we have done what is needful. And yet then the face they are made fairly motion. Now then a year fairly emotion, no ambed me better or more motion or more motion. We are pursuing this motion, and I'm very confident that the Speaker is going to admit it. But I can understand them. They are very worried. They are very worried because they didn't send the that is why they are worried. They can throw in their tactics, they can do whatever they want to do. But I'm telling you, sir, yeah, you're fairly emotional. We know what we want to do. But there are more people who are willing to support this motion. Obi, mark my words. That by advertising motion or other people, you will see more names than even the four you saw.
Honorable, sir, the four no are the sponsors of this bill.
That is what it is.
Nah,
but I'm also saying that we are getting more people. And then nipa be four. Make me the Yura Ochribefi, New Jabin South MP. Make me the Akwesi Kunedu. Make me the Stephen Amwa. Now friends they want to join in the motion. 80 and a medical born who ban say answer not going to advertise the motion. We are going to get probably even 10 names supporting the motion.
Honorable, the other thing they say, when you file this motion, the sponsors, do they have to sign on the motion? It is
not necessarily the case. But sign as long as you get the consent of all the others, but sign.
In this case, who will sign on behalf of the four, right?
Yes, I'm sign.
And the rest did not have to. He has on sign.
You see, the work we do, about the science of our submitting motion. And we work as a caucus. Once you speak with them, you get their consent, you can sign and submit. Even sometimes they give their consent. Sometimes they come back and say that, oh, challenge motion where I'm not too comfortable with the fact. No, or say, okay, I think I have a specialty in this area. Maybe I can speak to it. It is not cast in stone. Say, rigidly, it's already the signature to her. But who can sign as the lead sponsor and sign I don't know what their worry is. Now, sponsors now more sponsor motion. Almost they are not part of it. Why should it come from the mouth of Ahmed? Why shouldn't be they should be talking to it, not Ahmed.
Anyway. I get that point, but I just said, your reporter in Parliament who told us, time na Ahmed ne Hansen Norte Edin Komono, he was called in as a witness and he can confirm say indeed Hansen not a in that conversation say unim hore. And that's the information we have.
Parker came to me. I don't want to mix the issue, but Parker bar me chain. And no catch me say what about this motion. If I could speak to it, he called me. And afterwards, I think multimedia, one of their anchor program person also called me. And I said, no, I granted an exclusive interview to you for a relationship I have with you. But ideally, no money I try. The speaker admitting motion near advertising motion no other people we are. Then finito. I can grant them all the interview they want and we can speak to it. In their bid to get news, meaning why you want to go and talk to Ahmed. If they are four sponsors, why won't you speak to one of the sponsors? No, they don't know anything about that. Than rather go into opposition for so I find it very strange. But it gets to their skin. And they are very worried about the motion. That is where a knee-jerk reaction. It's a knee-jerk reaction coming from them. So I'm not surprised. But we
our colleague MP, Honorable Edward Bauer, just sent me a message. I say, Obi, tell Honorable Annor Dompreh that what he's saying is a lie. If you are a sponsor of a motion, you must sign. In the way, Honorable Edward Bauer.
Oh, but Bauer should so sending the message, your own kind of message in the year. And whether our standing orders or practice says any penny sign. On train, it's much ado about nothing. But in America, these diversionary tactics will not change anything. I are getting more people showing interest in this motion, and we will pursue it. And I'm telling you, Obi, every time I'm going to say advertising motion, we are going to get probably more than 10 people sponsoring it. Nothing will discourage us.
It will all depend on the speaker admitting it, though, right?
That's right. The admission of such motions and then even questions in Parliament, admissibility is clearly in the bosom of the speaker.
Very well. Honorable, Mayenase, BBNia will come to you. But again, I mean, on E-Levy, because I spoke to the General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Asiedun Ketia, about E-Levy, and he was like, Speaker, Babetu Kwai, no Muninamu express misgivings, say, Anka Okaha, Mamutimi Pasi, E-Levy, Anka Bebuane Ade, Sisia Waba. Why is the E-Levy not back on the floor?
Sir, and you can't, a senior marking, deputy leader, a presentee statement. There were questions like that, and observations were made. And you can't, so if you look at business statements, you can't said, motions may be taken, and that motions may be taken. It is inclusive of the E-Levy. Ethiopian will not take the E-Levy. It's just a arrangement. You see, just as they've decided to shoot without missing, we will also be patched appropriately. The skills and the tactics is also in our hands. Just as they are also doing everything to scuttle our efforts, we don't have to make a full disclosure to them because from day one, even when we have reduced the rate, why am I going to say, no. They are not amenable to any negotiation. You are more powerless or more brave. It is only per se, it's in the majority, we don't have to give them every disclosures because they are just against it. More to 1%. At another point, yes, you're more 0.00%. It's your mom who do more.
Very well. Honorable, you best in Komobio, Mamena Serie.
Yo.
Medasepa. The majority chief whip, Frank Annor Dompreh, MP in Sawem. Aduejiri. Na, Kwegu Ocho Mike is my friend was Ebekasa. Tobo, Meba. Tobo. Right, Nyabotre. Ono many maybe out there Babefa, Nyabotre. O Kaftan Efe.
Asempa FM.
At the same.
Na utie de minua Annor Dompreh kasa ya.
No, me say at the same. Kasa Annor Dompreh.
Me hoye. Me hoye na me mommy general secretary nso abaso. Ene oyade kasa wakanama nkofo nyina akomato mo yem. Na utie de enua Annor Dompreh ye ne dia. O ma memra ho ma me mama wa me checha aseka ho asem kakra.
Obi nyame adom. Nyame adom boko. Yeho adom. Akweti aboko na hu na me hu ache. Ze waji udin.
Ze pressure down so.
Na onzo wa fa waji udin.
I was about time now to me because it's easy.
Enye easy me.
8 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Sharp. Over to read him. 8 a.m. no quite as well 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Baby, I'll be fine.
Nyame o.
Baby, I'll be fine. Kwaku 1 minute.
Obi on say utie me nua Annor Dompreh utumi hu say
Aden kwa na why wadwin say
on say we leader na say want to me and governor the wolf ama onko for am support na wa we de ope yes obeye bibia emma animgu ase e ba wo so hwe se si asafe no justify so nkofo bibra ba so mo be ba support nkofo bibra no mo ba no mo we aden ti na san nkofo no anko mo anko jom consent ansana wo ye de wo de ko tisi na expose
na ko se nipa 4 no
obi am free mu na wa enti wonye wonu apaka ni paka to ogina wona ba akoto onye no kure wa wonu apaka wo ye adwuma wo stage ya ono akọ parliament ni akọ anakata wo so ogina hobi wo se ade no nya no kura Annor Dompreh wo twantro woni mu ho hwe oboni tem ne kai enti ono woni mu wonyi ni din free na ni constituent for kura abofu se sa ade we yo mo hwehwem nyansa bi enim enti enyim free ho because what that time to be any me no yare ani nyame to ne safre no enti sabe je no ya kasa do kasa e me nko enti je ya kan say enema e wo mamu ha etase ka ho atam no obi enye bi ne 10 years ago atam ye ba be kan watam me ko bia no pe prof atam pa na me ka ho bi
and so na nko koye MC
me na me young boy pa me a prof
just so MC ya wan koji
ofre me ka kire me say me nyai na me original youth organizer
okay
frame bank crime
and so
ka kire me say me nyai so what am I patch no ye to prof about 2012 buna hafo ne asante we na me kan coordinators ho me na me sa ko ne campaign me na ko ne polling agent asante we ne buna hafo me na me ne party agent e wo park ne so sunya de no
Funka games no
yes that me obi adin but at appropriate time me ya prof de no ono so ye ono so gina me ni ya park ne so ya konto kwasa so de repart enti
ni pa crowd about the
nim
olunka
nim prof and me nyina obi no pe prof atam sere but baby ye dre ye pe obi a Ghana etom na mu ye be yi na pie na Ghana ye nyina enya so mfaso mo ye mana so munyo no ni nua akasa so no hobby reasons om de buy so awu no mani so om gitum na wa chire no what dey hear dey onu a ni nua no ne maame ba ne papa ba what na ni je ho na wa wo free nche ba bi say na madamfo no nti no me mu interest sene no enti na busuafo na japade no nye na busuafo ne ko mo na japade nye na busuafo ne ko mo wadamfo no me yi no na me na ye adwuma na me na da ye no de
ono na nye na damfo no keke o
why na make
na why na also work
de me say obi say na damfo no obi say me de minim prof enu ntini ni nua no mo kasa yenyi ni nua no mo de no nto nchen ne mfa obi a na onim prof keke no it's not a year no de ye wo obi a me ba ana me nua owu a me ne ho hia me kese ne obi a madamfo do be ba be ka kire me intimate say ye nua no mo MPs no Annor Dompreh omo wo bibia petrol say edru 36 cities bo obi petrol edru 30 last month na petrol 32 cities a month ni ye the 4 cities na to petrol so
Kwaku ya botre me
pato bo odi me pato bo 799 bo 799 times 4.5 e ye 20 36 cities it is what me atan wa ban na tumi atana ho to petrol mu edru 36 cities within 2 months. Obi because aban no mu kura petrol ni bo say na tete because on won tobi ni ministers in tobi ma men kasa nwe
communications officer yeah kwa na say we ni issue I ever discussing to how to say tobo
then I'm all concerned
ma say bra e dey na obeka no
obi so in fact as a matter of fact nansi aye chichi nkofo to me na kwaku na me bom paye mani pa o na me em say
omunchi ni ntum
so omunchi ni ntum em say nyame tie na me di watem
onka so mo beche they all can tie
na me so me kire no say me use me nyansa e wo me tiri etu on sua say nyansa de bi no ofenka say yenche
obi me say me mpa ebo nti ni anchi na ntum no kokromu a opo manu a omo manu eyi omoka ewo wiase ebekoso eyi omoka o wiase a kwaku we can fight for on sign no obewom etina me mpa ebo are say onko kasa o afidie su na ye mefa no ana me say me twa no afidie ne soro
ahwe ne ho so
o de oh say wa sha say odi matem ye me so na wo che esim ye enche na eyi no afidie enche na afidie no dem say wo di film so na dey call foforo so e ho na afidie ni be yi no nti de mendidi mu ana dampa iso mu but I think on a more serious note no nkomo amudi ho asemi odo ache kakra metimi aka ne se yeso ni feni so beto boabo a onim de ne nice so ebia honorable Annor Dompreh onim de ne nice so onim de wate eni de nani ehu ane de amanfo adi ho adanse a kire no eti ebia na nunti na ogina so a odi tu sa anamo we say no whatever be the case nso no parliament on the own standing orders
of course
sabi obi ntimi mfi baby emfa motion paper enkoto on the floor of parliament na speaker admit it will take a parliamentarian he is a parliamentarian he qualifies to do so as to whether it will be admitted or not. It is according to the rules of parliament. Edu onso will cross that bridge. It may feel say we in issue be I will say your Trinity be
Mate, we say Obi, your studio be guy this evening. Greetings to senior Ernest Yaokome. We free Inusa Kate Jemfo as no.
Oh, meaning
we also say Obi kindly greet Akwetia Star Boy for me. Say Obama in Pokwase. Say Ochia Papa.
Michiane pa mejom. Michia oni Inusa nya mejom so.
Mate, Onasa Scrubby says Obi tell Kweku Boahen I'm waiting for my share of that compensation in exchange of the MC position. He still owes me. See, I can't say, you know, I compensate you. And you also are trying it there. Why? And you know, my until